Hi, welcome to the Muthaship. My name is Sazsha, and let's see what messages we have today. I've already pre-shuffled the cards. So it seems there's a lot of focus on stability and the monetary, the outside world. And there's a dual message about being miserly, like having kind of a block or a constriction within the giving and receiving aspect of life. There's also the King of Pentacles, and this card is called Heaven and Earth, and it's the 11 of Earth in this deck, and it's come in reverse. So I'm getting a few messages around this. These are all cards that have to do with your wealth and abundance, and there's also a dual message about not only finding the balance between giving and receiving. That directly corresponds to what you were taught as a child from your mother and father aspects. It goes deeper within you to your masculine and feminine aspect. So when you balance that out and find the balance within yourself in that, you will have a better give and take with yourself and with the world outside of yourself. The secondary message to that is to understand what your personal contract is in this lifetime. And this could be a contract you might be working on, like within your soul plan or with other people. For instance, I'm just being told to give an example. So the first example I can think of is when you come to this life, you have many contracts with many different souls. Some are your soul family, some are your karmic contracts, some are having to do with your purpose. But for instance, if you wanted to balance something out in this lifetime, say you had a life of luxury in another timeline, and so in this timeline, maybe you wanted to experience what it was like to be limited in some way. That would reflect what your earth walk is about right now. So it's important to not only understand like the balance within yourself and really dial that in, but also to understand your purpose in this life and the reason that you brought lessons in for yourself, and to understand the bigger picture of what those lessons actually are and understand your own place in your own timelines. So there might be a need for analysis and further research on even what your contracts are that you're working through right now. There's also a lot of allies and support around you, a lot of wisdom around you. You might just need to ask for it. If you don't ask, your guides and angels and your spiritual team of advisors, they can't really just intervene because it's a free will planet. So you actually have to ask for the assistance. So you might want to consciously remember to be asking and be very involved in your own process. Don't just wait on the sidelines of your life. There is a potential for mastery and like a really beneficial outcome in all of these matters. And there's also a note about not being too stubborn, allowing your mind to change and be flexible, and to integrate new approaches. But overall, this is a very heavy focus right now, is really understanding what wealth is. Wealth is not just your money, it's your health, it's the way that you can give and receive. It's so encompassing to other things. So let's move on a little bit to the divine feminine aspect. We have the Ten of Hearts and the Ten of Spades. We have thought. We have the Three of Water reversed. We have the Tower and the Lovers. So big choices, big decisions, and really understanding that you are a twin flame, in the essence that, like, you have that flame within you. So as long as you continue to brighten your own flame and walk your own path, you will naturally attract what it is inside of you. So however your alignment is. Again, there's that message of balancing out your polarity. And this can also be just being in union with your person as well. But there is the Tower card, so that can look like many things. It can be an epiphany, it can be actual events, it can be a lot of truth coming to light, it can be shocking and new. I see in this card called Thought is being very connected to all the elements, and also understanding the mask of your duality and stepping outside of that time and space. And this is really where we start walking our ascension path, and we start to embody those higher spiritual understandings. But a lot of completion, a lot of happiness, and also like really understanding what all the burdens and the lessons have been about. So this is very positive, but it's not an easy time either. These are changes that are ushering positive energy in, though, if you can harness it. There's a need to maybe get more in touch with that celebration aspect of life instead of being weighed down by these changes, and that will help you to move through them more smoothly, is what I'm getting. Let's take a peek at the divine masculine aspect. We have the Two of Spades and the Ace of Cups, Queen of Water reversed, Eight of Air, Ace of Swords, Magician reversed. So this is good in the sense that the masculine aspect is stepping into his truth and into his heart and making those bold decisions. And kind of moving out of that place of oscillation and deception within himself and maybe even with other people. And that's actually a very courageous step, because that is kind of the beginning process of taking off those masks. And the Magician is showing up, but it's reversed, so it's not really stepping fully into your power yet in this stage. So the divine masculine aspect might need to also begin working with the tools that he's being given from the spiritual realm and through his own higher understanding. There is a little bit of indecisiveness still in how to navigate these changes, and I'm even getting like how much to reveal, and that can be just some inner wounding type of energy, where he's not fully showing up yet within himself. But like I said, those masks are coming off, and more truth is coming in for him. So that's really beautiful. I'm also seeing like there's a new sense of freedom. Some of this has been really painful to get to this place, but he's standing more fully in his truth and his power and his heart as well. So let's get a few more cards out. We have the Knight of Pentacles reversed, the Three of Wands reversed, and the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So still focusing on that money, being very slow in a sense to move forward until that stability is achieved. This can often look like stubbornness, and there's a strong need to just get balanced. So even though he's getting some awareness and moving into his truth and his heart, there's still that need for balance, and also to be able to stand on his own 2 feet in a sense. Like he may already be standing on his own 2 feet, but to be able to hold that in a sustainable way and a productive way, and be able to actually build on it, there needs to be a little bit more energy for that. Let's move on to Divine Feminine. We have the Four of Swords reversed, the Seven of Wands reversed, and the Five of Swords. So maybe still working through a little bit of this heartache and disappointment, recovering, resting, rejuvenating, and really there's a need to come into that spiritual awareness about passion. Passion within the self, passion within the world, and within what you do. So this is really, the more that you embrace what your divine passion is, I'm hearing a couple things around this. So first of all, this is why it's important to get in touch with what you're offering to the world. Like, what is it that makes your soul happy? And when you get into this place, this is also, you know, being able to celebrate every moment because you're fulfilling your soul and your passion. This will naturally begin to draw that towards you as well from the outside world. This is part of your alignment. So maybe a further need to really put down some of this pain that you've been going through and experiencing, and taking that time out to really process things, and just know that everything is available to you, but you just need to integrate it. Let's get a few guidance cards. We have guiding children. This is about counseling and healing children, and really working with them. And so if these aren't actual children, this could be your inner child. And this is showing up in the heart of the reading around your wealth and your prosperity. So prosperity can be, you know, your lineage, healing backwards and forwards through time, as well as healing your finances and your business, and looking at what you were given in your life lessons and as a child, and how it relates to this theme. For the divine masculine, we have undying love, and this is a message about the recognition that all the love that you give to somebody can surpass time and space. It's never ending. The love that you've poured into a situation will always remain, no matter what the situation actually looks like. And this can also sometimes be that longing for wanting to share that love that's inside, um, and really encompass and be encompassed by that love. And for the feminine, we have Lakshmi, the bright future. There is a double message with this card about not getting in that space of worry, because that's a negative space. And this is just a reminder to stop doing that, because there is reassurance that everything ahead of you is beautiful and is opening up, and just to be centered in that process. And remember that it is a process. And as you open more fully to it, things will clear and you will feel the blossoming of the new time that's coming in.